on, get the recording. Ow. Hey everybody, it's 12 Gauge Ninja. Oh, I'm so tired. But I'm just gonna play we're just gonna play a game. I'm just gonna play something. Just a second. I'm just gonna play a game. Real quick here, just gonna close my eyes. That's good. Oh, that's a shame. Poor guy's overworked himself again. 12 Gauge, come on now. Well, I had my own things that I was gonna do, but you know what? Today, I'll take this one for him. Don't worry, when he wakes up, he'll see what I got, and I got something real good planned for today, so come on with me, guys.
Check one, check one, check one, check one, check one. Just checking to see how my audio sounds. Just flicking out some pieces. You give stuff to people and they just don't treat it with any respect.
Seems to be bothering you guys. Because in reality, you out. Don't eat the sand! Whoa! My sand!
There's dog hair all up in the Zen garden. They say they'll take care of it. They say they'll make everything kept alive and good. And then they don't. But whatever. So friends are. So, everybody, what's up? I'm Andy. Just drinking some. This is a wine thing, but this is just coffee. So anyway, I think I'm a little. So I wanted to have a video. I had a video all written up, but that's actually one of the main things that I'm going to talk about right now. Is that I had a video all ready to do, and it's for kind of a cool concept. I think it'd be kind of fun on the channel. And the problem is that one, I was reading a book that was very intense. It was written. It's called Swagtown. It's right here. And the guy in it wears a Hawaiian shirt, and he's like this gruff detective dude. But the thing about it is, and this is why this is important, is that in the video, I went to Walmart and grabbed a Hawaiian shirt as part of a bid that I was going to wear the shirt that he was wearing. And incredibly regrettably, and it's regrettable for me for not staying well informed in what's happening in the world, but I completely missed the whole thing that's happening with the Boogaloo Boys, who is a very racist, violent group of individuals. I believe they're associated with the Proud Boys, but I don't know. They wear like Hawaiian shirts, aloha shirts. Either way, they wear these shirts and they have armored stuff and weapons and everything, and they do some very bad things. They oppress people. They try to sway the world to a more white supremacist outlook, and that is something that I am not going to promote. That's something that I'm not going to even remotely be in the realm of saying I condone it, because that is awful. It is absolutely horrifying to put somebody in a place of oppression and to even be complicit in it in a way as to wear a shirt that is the exact shirt that I saw in an article about them. So I couldn't do it. And so I have to scrap that video, and I am going to scrap that whole book because it's kind of in line with what's happening. I mean, it's not a white supremacist book, it's not anything, but it's a white man in a Hawaiian shirt with a gun, you know, doing things. And that's just right now in the climate that we're in, that's just something that I can't put out there because that's not something that I support. I am a pacifist, even though I do like practice martial arts and stuff. I am a pacifist. I believe in, you know, a simple solution and, you know, being graceful and, you know, and using your words to solve arguments. So that's just something. So this video, I'm still going to do the idea, but with a different book. Enter this little gym, 99 Coffins. And we'll exit this little gym for just a minute, because the whole point of what I'm saying is that sometimes I think that it takes a little time for you to do the right thing. And if that means doing a little extra work, then you should, because equality and fighting racism and oppression is so much more important than the easy solution. So that's why we're making a new video, and we're gonna put it out. So anyway, on to the next thing, which is this little gym, Re-Enter 99 Coffins. So this is a book that is found in our library, damn near forgot about by me and Kat, and it's just so interesting. So there was a Secret Santa type of thing back in college, and when my wife was there, she she took a lot of time and effort to, you know, figure out what her what the person she had was, and she figured it out. And the other person very clearly was like, she likes books, and just grabbed the first book and just like, this is a book. I'm gonna give you a book. And so Kat was like, huh. Because she's not really someone who likes violence. She's not really someone who likes horror, as we talked about in our podcast. And so and she's not a historical fiction person really either. I mean, like, it's not that she doesn't like it, it's just that she's never really read much. This was out of the most out of left field story that you could get for her. That popping noise was my ankles. I'm an old man. I'm sorry. And so this is 99 Coffins, a historical vampire tale, and the back cover is just wonderful. A dark secret buried beneath our bloodiest battlefield. He's just like, this is a book. This is a book that Kat would love.
Wrong-o.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. So the point of this now is I am going to be reading this book with you guys. We're going to go on a journey, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do this book backwards. Never read it before. I don't know anything about it. We're going to read it backwards. And I think that this is going to be interesting. I've always wanted to read a book backwards. I tried to once, coincidentally enough, with another vampire book. But it was Swedish, so it was, one, difficult to read because it was in Swedish, and two, it was difficult to read, well, two, because I'm not Swedish. I don't speak Swedish fish. And three, because I didn't. So, we're gonna read this book backwards. Instead, there was a man, a living human, lying on the canvas. Rough. Bad way to begin a book. Good way to end one, I bet. She frowned, annoyed at this interruption, until she realized it was Glaur. He looked pale, his face was streaked with dirt, but he was alive. I don't know what happened. I don't remember much, he told her. I woke up lying on somebody's desk, bleeding all over their paperwork. You saved 7,500 people. Can I buy you a beer? I'm imagining bloody, laying on the back, just choking up blood, looking up at her, wiping the blood from his face, and just flashing those sweet baby blues. The ultimate flirtation mode. Edward Cullen got nothing on this guy. Another smile. Maybe, she said. Maybe tomorrow. I have to wait here until nightfall at least. It's because she's a vampire? It's because she's a vampire. I bet you. I'm gonna read back. She's gonna be a vampire. See, there's plenty of stuff to know, to learn when you read it backwards. She could see the doors of the town hall from here. From where she stood. Arkley hadn't come back, even though she'd waited until the sun rose. She promised herself that he was just caught out by the sun, that he had been unable to make it back in time. She knew she was wrong. All vampires are the same, he had taught her. They could start out as noble and compassionate people, or total scumbags. Once they got their first taste of blood, it didn't matter. It made them wrong. Unnatural. Once they tasted blood, they wanted to live. She had destroyed exactly 100 hearts by that time. What? Excuse me? She found them all, just as she'd known she would. Arkley had always been thorough. The last pink light of dusk left the sky over Gettysburg. Gettysburg? It is historical. That's right. And we do know historically that there were definitely vampires at Gettysburg. I saw it in a movie once, so it must be true. She figured she would give him one more night before she got started. Oh, and that's the end of the book. Okay. So it ends on a cliffhanger, which is good to know. People aren't necessarily dead. So the good news is that even though we don't know where Arkley is, we'd have to wait for a whole other book. Now, we get to learn about them, and I have a feeling that when this book begins, it'll begin happily. So, you know, we'll find out more later. I'm gonna skim through this, obviously, and really only show you the parts that I think are highly important, but I just wanted to wet your beak a little bit. To be fair, this does sound good. Unfortunately, we know how it ends, but don't spoil the beginning for me. Because I'm very excited to read this, and I'm gonna find the good parts, and I'm gonna skim. So I think I'm probably gonna make, 5, 10 episodes, 100 episodes out of this one book. I'm gonna just make a few episodes, kind of find the best bits, but I am gonna read it backwards, and I'll just clue you in for the best parts. And so I think that's gonna be a good video. So we'll see. We'll see. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Definitely, you know, like it if it's something that you like, if you're into that sort of thing. Subscribe if you're going through your own mid-right crisis right now, and you don't want to go through it alone. Let's go through it together. So yeah, guys, you know, I'm Andy, and thanks for stopping by.